Okay, sir, I move to the next patient, and I'll go to Dr. Lakshman Prabhu. Sir, now my question to you is, time and again we see we have taken the patient to prone position. We try to go for an ideal puncture of a short straight track from the posterior lateral border and all thing. And every time we find that ideal skin entry, there's a rib there. And we start talking to the anesthetist. Now, my question to you is, if you encounter this situation when the rib is coming to your site of puncture, and number two, a situation where you want to make a puncture in a deep inspiration which is coming infracostal, or in expiration it is going intercostal, what you will do?
I think, I need some time to dilate on details.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
To actually get down to the business of dilating such a scenario.
Yes.
I'm not very comfortable in the intercostal or supracostal approaches. Let me say that at the very beginning, though many authorities these days are preferentially going through the upper calyx, for any stone, because that gives the best, straight line approach into the collecting system. It is true when you said that, it is true that the invariable obstacle to entering into the PCS through the upper calyx is the rib. Somehow the target calyx always seems to be subjacent, to the rib most of the time. The needle hits. So in the initial days, I used to hit the rib, withdraw, go either under the rib or just above the rib. When you are just under the rib, you injure the subcostal vessels. And if you are above, somehow, the fear of causing a hydrothorax or a hemothorax is always there. Then I realized that one has to pause and wait for the calyx to show itself, where exactly it comes, whether it is intercostal or subcostal. And this should be done in expiration, both in inspiration and expiration, and the puncturing should be done in expiration. And when this is done, a little, in addition to 30 degrees, for your eye of the needle approach or the bullseye, a little cranial tilt or the caudal tilt of the C-arm will give you a straight line, approach into the upper calyx. This is what I would have done. But having said this, there are times wherein you have to play mischief with the C-arm and then sometimes just go a little above the rib and jam yourself into that. But these have all been problem issues. But the puncturing ideally is in the expiration, because if you puncture in inspiration, the kidney is down, it will simply drag the initial puncture needle just, almost to the extent of bending it, if it is subcostal, or, it will, if it is intercostal, there may not be much of a problem. So this is what I would do. I would say, like you said, whether it is inspiration or expiration, I would say expiration.
But if it is expiration is coming in intercostal space, that means above the 12th rib.
No. If in expiration, if the calyx target is still under the rib, then you have no choice but to just work your way. You go up to the rib and then go either below or above, and then work. It is possible to get into this.
Yeah, you mean
how, but it is possible. Yeah.
You mean you are using a triangulation technique to stay below the rib? Okay.
Yeah, it in fact, it is neither triangulation or a bullseye. Maybe in the next session, when time permits, I'll give you a trigonometric expression, which is very easy trigonometric expression to follow, and then I'll show you ABC. It is neither triangularization nor bullseye. Okay. It is simply getting into the collecting system. Maybe this we will reserve for a better day, because we have experts.
Yeah.
And I told you at the very beginning that I, for one, if Dr. Palji were to be in the theater, if I find a stone in high up in the heavens in the calyx, I would say, sir, you please come and do it. Because he has a different way of doing it. It is not the bullseye, but he has got his technique, which he has taught us on a number of occasions. Okay. I think I would just rest now, because other experts can pitch in now. Okay. Why before I leave, that I would also, I'll ask my question to Dr. Paul and other experts. Literature at least says that when the puncture is in the 10th interspace, the risk of lung injury is 86 and 93% respectively, left and right. And then when you come down into between the 11th and the 12th rib, it is about 14 and 29% left and right. I want your comments on this, the lung injury, because this will definitely extend the patient's stay and add to the cost, and you may need a cardiothoracic help to tide over the situation.
Sir, before he answers, let me share the question to other panelists also. If the kidney is high placed, what is their experience of having a puncture about the intercostal and high supracostal puncture to the other panelists before Dr. Paul gives his opinion. And one thing Dr. Paul keeps on saying is the superior calcium puncture is a puncture through the roof, middle and lateral calcium are puncture through the windows, and I think the entry from the UPJ is like entering the PCS through the door. That is his famous course when he delivers the lecture on PCN. I open this question to the panelists. What is their experience on intercostal and high supracostal puncture? And I don't know what Dr. Lakshman Prabhu is telling, whether he's talking of pleural complication or lung complication, which are probably different. Over to all the panelists, followed by comment from the Dr. Paul.
Yeah, so I can take this first. By choice, we have no hesitation in going between the 11th and the 12th rib. That we feel is reasonably all right. We avoid lung injury for sure. Even if there's pleural injury, it can be identified at the end of the procedure and it can salvage it quite comfortably. Above the 10th rib, no, we would not like to go and do a puncture above the 10th rib. Definitely, it's a no-no from our unit. But between 11th and 12th rib, it's all right. What we would do is, we will do the initial puncture after marking with the end expiration. And then once we are inside transgress the muscle and we have reached the outer surface of the kidney, we'll ask for deep inspiration. And that time the kidney moves. So it's a combination of expiration and inspiration that is recommended in this scenario when you're doing a supracostal puncture. Because you don't want inspiration at entry because the lung would have come down, nor do you want expiration because the kidney would have gone up. So you can try to do a combination of them as long as you don't puncture the infundibular region in the superior calyx. That is the danger zone that you don't want to transgress for fear of bleeding. The pleural injuries does occur, and that's why we don't like to go in the 10th intercostal space. That would be how we would approach such a case.
Arun, I would like to add to whatever Ramesh has said is correct, that for us also between 11th and 12th rib, that is as good as subcostal, because you hardly, maybe whatever Lakshman has quoted the statistics, but you don't get into the pleura by going between the 11th and 12th rib. But between 10th and 11th rib, yes, you have to be as lateral as possible. If you are in the mid, I think posterior axillary line or away from lateral to the mid scapular line, I think that the pleura you can still avoid above the 11th rib if you have to get into that. So the pleural injury is more common when you go very medial, and unfortunately the upper calyx is more medial. So you are tempted to go more medial when you go above the 10th rib. So that is where the pleural injury occurs. But again, you have to take a call whether you need to go through above the 10th rib. That is the only way left for you, or you can still go from the middle calyx and then use your skills to remove stones from everywhere.
Yeah, Shaul, I agree with all my seniors, what they have told. I agree with them.
In fact, if you have heard Dr. Sanjay Gadgil from Nepal on numerous occasions, I've seen him, I've heard him, he preferably is able to access the upper calyx through the mid calyx. Almost all his punctures, I'm sure Dr. Pal also will tell the same thing about Dr. Sanjay. He approaches all the calyxes through the middle calyx. We find that it's difficult for us to do the upper calyx access through a middle calyx. It's easier probably to access it through a lower calyx. But anyway, it will be interesting to listen to what Dr. Pal says.
Over to you, Dr. Paul.
See, there is no way that you can do PCNLs and you will never go supracostal. It is not possible.
Yeah.
You have to learn it. And pleura has a fixed attachments, and as below it is coming to the middle at the mid scapular level on the 12th rib. What we have to use is a space between the lung and the pleura. Pleural violation is absolutely no problem. When you go through the pleura, go through the diaphragm and go inside to the kidney, there is no problem. So pleural violation is absolutely no problem. Only thing we have to avoid injury to the lung. So the space between the pleura and lung becomes less because it is basically the lungs have gone quite far and peripheral. So for when the patient is under GA, I will try to do puncture somewhere. But if my puncture is still going above the 11th, between 10th and 11th interspace, I will try to go as lateral as possible. Maybe you will have to make a puncture to the, if this is the calyx, you will puncture like this, not from above, but to make this space lower down, you will go lateral to the calyx and then make a puncture. Maybe you will make some track smaller and then pull the kidney down. And if it is absolutely required, you make another puncture from above. So if the patient is under spinal anesthesia, at that time we ask the patient to take a deep breath. When he takes the deep breath, he expands his chest and the pleura also expands. Lung does not expand to so much because he is in prone position. He cannot take so much of inspiration into the lungs. So the space increases. So in spinal anesthesia, I will do it under deep inspiration because kidney will go down. The space will not be so much decreased. But in general anesthesia, I will ask them not to give too deep an inspiration and inflate the lungs. But only 2% of my cases will be above the 10th rib, above the 11th, between 10th and 11th. All my supracostal will be between 12th and 11th and lateral to the 11th and 12th and lateral to the mid-scapular line. No problem, nothing bad. Lung injury will not happen. We are only scared of lung injury. Pleural violation is okay.